Hello and welcome to Saurav's classes. We move to the next set of questions. This is question number 4, which says the number 37 to the power 371 minus 26 to the power 371 is divisible by what? Now this is a very simple one. We know that if we have expression a to the power n minus b to the power n, where n is odd, then this number is always divisible by a minus b. This is a straightaway application of the binomial theorem. So a to the power n minus b to the power n, where n is odd, is always divisible by a minus b. Now we are given 37 to the power 371, which is odd, minus 26 to the power 371, which is odd, which will always be divisible by 37 minus 26, that is 11, and we see option 2 as 11, which is the correct answer. We move to question number 5. Now this is a very interesting question and purely based on concept, and let me tell you that most students would go wrong by trying to calculate each and every dimension of the figure, and that is not required. So all you need to do is to understand what is required and how to get it. So it is told that a square of length 1 meters is drawn inside a square of length 2 meters as shown in the diagram. So which means this side is given as 2 of the bigger square, and the side of the smaller square is 1 meter. And 4 quarter circles are joined as shown in the figure. So the 4 quarter circles that they are talking about is this one and this, similarly the other 3, this one and the other 2, right? So these are the 4 quarter circles that they are talking about, and the value of y minus x is required. So y is the shaded region that you see here, and x is the shaded region that you see here, and we are asked for the value of y minus x. Now we have to just simply look at the figure and understand one very simple fact, that from the smaller square, if I take out these 4 small quarter circles, then what I'm left with is this area, right? And to this area, if I add these 4 areas, which are nothing but x and which are symmetrical, then I get the area that is represented by these 4 curved lines. Now what we also know is that if I subtract from the bigger square, if I subtract the area of these 4 quarter circles, then I will get the area bounded inside these curved lines. So this is the logic. Now then it becomes very simple. So which means if I take the smaller square area of smaller square minus 4y, which is these 4 small quarter circles, then I get this area, and to that I will add the 4 small areas, which is denoted by x. So 4x, and I get the area bounded by the 4 curves inside the bigger square. So this is the area bounded by the 4 curves, and that is nothing but the area of the bigger square minus 4 times the area of the quarter circles that is given. So this is the connect, and now it becomes very simple. Area of smaller square is the side is 1 meter, so area would be 1 square or 1 square meter minus 4y plus 4x is equal to area of the bigger square is 2 square minus 4 times area of the quarter circle. Now notice that this quarter circle and this quarter circle meets at the midpoint of the side of the bigger square. So each of these quarter circles will have a radius of 1 meters because it is half of the side. So so the radius of the quarter circle is 1 meter, and there are 4 such quarter circles. So 4 times I have to take that area multiplied by the area of the quarter circle is pi, radius is 1 square divided by 4. So this is the area of the each of the quarter circles, and I have 4 such quarter circles that makes up one full circle. So this is the equation that I get. So which means 1 minus 4y plus 4x is equal to 4 minus pi. So therefore, if I bring y and x this side and I move the other terms to the other side, I get 4 into y minus x is equal to pi minus 3, and that means y minus x, which is what is asked for, is equal to 5 minus 3 by 4. And you see in option 4 it is given as pi minus 3 by 4, which is the correct option. So you see that without calculating the individual areas, we were able to calculate the required difference in the areas. So remember that you need to look into what is being asked first without jumping to calculate the dimensions. So let's move to the next question. We move to the next question, which is question number 6. Now this is a question about 11 players in a cricket team and their scores. Now when you are dealing with this kind of a question, be very careful about the data given and the question that is asked. For example, in this question there's a lot of data that's given, but we have to focus on what is being asked. So what is asked is, what is the approximate average score of Mahendra? Now we have to find the score of Mahendra. So let's see how Mahendra's score is linked. So it is told that Mahendra scored twice that of Rahul in the next 10 matches. In the first 20 matches, Mahendra had scored a total average of 50, and Rahul had scored at an average of 45. Okay, so let's start with that. So Mahendra and Rahul, their scores are average of 20 matches is 50 and 45. Therefore, their total of 20 matches is 1,900. And then it is said that in the next 10 matches, Mahendra scored twice that of Rahul, which means next 10 matches total score. This is not the average. Total score, let's say Rahul is R, then Mahendra is 2R. Now therefore, the total score of Mahendra becomes 1000 plus 2R in 30 matches. So 1000 plus 2R divided by 30 is what is Mahendra's average score which is being asked. What is Mahendra's average score? Total average score. So we have to find out R. Now let's see how do we find out R. Now it is said that Rahul's score or R score is linked to Virat's score. Okay. Now we have to look to Virat's score. So Virat scored 60, average of 60 in the first 20 matches. So therefore 1200 was his score. And in the next 10 matches, Virat and Rohit each scored 900 runs. So Virat scored 900. So his total becomes 2100 in 30 matches. So his average becomes 2100 by 30, which is 70. And then it is told Virat's new average is twice that of Rahul. So therefore, Rahul's average after 30 matches would be 900 plus R by 30. And this 900 plus R by 30 is half of Virat's score, Virat's average score. So 900 plus R by 30, which is Rahul's average across 30 matches, is equal to half of Virat's average across 30 matches. So 70 by 2 or 35. So therefore R is 35 into 30 minus 900, which is equal to 150. So now we got the value of R, and we can easily calculate the value of Mahendra's score, average of Mahendra's score in 30 matches, which is 1000 plus 2 into R would be 300 divided by 30, which is equal to 1300 by 30, which is very close to 43.3. So very close to 43. And you see option 3 is given as 43, and that is the correct answer. So we really didn't need the score of Rohit or Shikhar or any of the other players, but their scores are given, just to confuse you. So you have to be very careful of what is being asked. So start from what is being asked and then work backwards to see the links that will help you solve this kind of problems very quickly.